This conference will now be recorded.
Today's session will be a little bit theoretical. Theoretical is more. So you need to understand what exactly T&L and what it is inside everything I need to explain you. So like last 2 days, you understood about high level information about sales order process and purchase order process. Few very small information we have learned from Dynamics AX. Now let us understand in detail about item master. So you need to understand theoretical information. So this is item master. If you want to create item master in the system, if you want to create an item master in the system, there are many things you need to understand. Eight mandatory fields. These are 8 mandatory fields you need to understand. Storage dimension group. Storage dimension group. Tracking dimension group. Next, product dimension group. Item group. Item model group. Purchase unit. Inventory unit. Sales unit. Just give me 1 second. Okay, these 8 mandatory fields are eight fields are mandatory if you want to learn about item master or product master or release product. These are the 8 characteristics you need to understand. What are these actually? Item group means similar kind of items you are mapping together. Similar kind of items together we are mapping, that is item group. What it means: mobiles one group, washing machines one group, LEDs one group, laptops one group, iron almaras one group, tables one group, chairs one group. Similar kind of items I'm making together. Otherwise, client may have electronic items one group, stationary items one group, provisions one group. I can create any group. This is based on the client requirement. Similar kind of items you are making one group as item group. Frankly, if I speak, item group is defined in the in module trade and logistics, but this item group is more required by finance consultant. I mean to say, finance consultants will work a lot about item group. What it means: in item group there is a ledger accounts. In item group there will be setups ledger accounts. That means based on that account, a main account or ledger account, it will be posted to finance. So even though it is a part of T&L, finance consultant will work a lot. T&L consultant will create only naming convention groups, but about this functionality item group, finance consultant will work a lot. Finance consultants should know about item group. Okay, next, just I'm introducing one by one. Try to follow me what I'm going to explain you. Item model group is to arrive closing stock valuation. Item model group is item model group. This one is to arrive closing stock valuation. What it means? This is a very large statement I have inserted inside. So you need to, if you want to understand about item model group, at least minimum to minimum 1 to 1.5 hours it is required to understand. Okay, this you will explain, you will understand this one item model group most probably after 1.5 months. After 1 month or 1.5 month, this will be explained to both finance and T&L. This will be explained to both finance and T&L. So item group will learn by finance consultants a lot, but simple statement, similar kind of items. Give me 1 second. Okay, fine. Just I have introduced these words. I'm not expecting like you understood everything. At least I have introduced today 2 words, item group and item model group. Next, try to understand about these 3. What is this? It will take some time to understand these things. Let me start. Storage dimension group. Storage dimension group. Storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group. All these things together is called inventory dimensions. Storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, all together is called inventory dimensions. What is this inventory dimensions? Let us understand. This, if it is in AX 2012 R2 and before versions. So AX 20 Dynamics AX has different versions. This is AX 2012 R2 and before versions. You will find 4 dimensions, inventory storage dimensions. One is site, another one is warehouse, another one is location, and another one is pallet ID. These are the 4 dimensions in 2012 R2. In 2012 R2, there are 4 dimensions. Next, in 2012 R3, in 2012 R3 version, you will find license plate. Another one is inventory status. These are the 6 inventory dimensions, storage dimensions available in 2012 R3. Next, Dynamics 365 version 10.0. In between there are from R3 to 10.0, there are some more versions, 7.0, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 8.0, 8.1, all are closed. If you are in that versions, Microsoft is requesting you to upgrade to latest version 10.0. So you need to upgrade to the latest version. If you are in old versions in D365, 7.0, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 8.0, 8.1. Fine. Now in this, how many dimensions available means pallet ID was deprecated. This was duplicated. So okay, so many things you are telling. What is this actually? What is this word site? What is this warehouse? What is this location? So no one heard about these things in your career. Okay, let me explain you what is these things. Fine. Okay, we'll discuss the points in detail. Let me finish this one. So you are going to learn storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group in detail. It will take so much time to understand. I will explain you. Next, purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit. What is this purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit? Means whenever you are purchasing, whatever the unit is there, that is purchase unit. What do you mean by this unit? Suppose if I am purchasing milk, one packet or 1 liter or half liter. If I'm purchasing washing machine, one piece. If I'm purchasing iron, 1 kg. Okay, so there will be a unit always. So you cannot purchase one milk, one packet of milk or 1 liter of milk or 1 half liter of milk or something, but you cannot purchase one milk. You cannot purchase one sugar, 1 kg of sugar. So that unit is purchase unit. So at the time of purchase, whatever the unit is there, that is purchase unit. At the time of sales, whatever the unit is there, sales unit. At the in your warehouse, how you are maintaining, that is inventory unit. Then in every time, if I am purchasing anything, it will be the same unit, and sales also same unit. But if your company is manufacturing company, I will purchase iron and I will make chairs, and I'm selling iron chairs as a one piece. Then purchase unit is different from sales unit. Otherwise, I'm purchasing oil in tons. Then I'm making 1 liter packets and I'm selling. So 1 kg is different from 1 liter. So purchase unit and sales unit and inventory unit, it may be different, it may be same. If you are doing trading business, I mean to say distribution company, you are purchasing and you are selling, then in that case, purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit may be equal. 90% scenarios, it may be equal, but there may be a chance of different units. So that is the reason Microsoft has provided purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit. In general, for manufacturing industries, there may be a chance like purchase unit is different from sales unit. So that is the reason we have units: purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit. Okay. We will come back in detail once again this about this one, but let me focus. What is this site? What is this warehouse? Location, pallets. Okay, let us understand. Now, this is a big manufacturing company. It was spread across 10 acres of site. It is a big manufacturing industry. Usually manufacturing industries will not be established in a small room. But for purchase and sales, yes, it may be possible. For manufacturing industries, they need a big site. That is site. And in this, it is a big warehouse. This is another warehouse. This is another warehouse. So under site, there are warehouses. So warehouse 1, warehouse 2, warehouse 3. You may have multiple warehouses. Under this warehouse, I may have location. One room. This is another room. Another room. So this location, I may use it, I may not use it, but in the system, site and warehouse is mandatory. If you have only one, create one site name and warehouse at least. So site and warehouse is mandatory, and the location, pallet ID, and license plate and inventory status, these are optionals. Okay. So site is a big site, big area. Under this, we have warehouse 1, warehouse 2, warehouse 3. Like this. So under the warehouse, there are multiple locations. Then, okay, understood. Site understood, little bit. Warehouse understood. Location understood. Under the site, warehouses are there. Under warehouses, multiple locations maybe exist. Then what is this pallet ID? Let us understand. These are pallets. So pallets are useful. You can move the material from one place to another place. The material will be kept here along with pallet, and whenever, as and when they want, rather than moving the material with the hands, they will use this forklifts. Using this forklift, they will pick the material, even if it is a big weight. Take the example washing machines. If I want to move the washing machines from one place to another place, if I'm using people hands, there may be a chance of damage. There may be a chance of damages. If it is a particularly weighted items, then I will use this place. So this is called pallets. This is called pallets. So under site, there will be warehouses. Under warehouses, there is a location. Under the location, there is a pallets. Understood what is mean by this 4 dimensions storage dimension group? Next.
Can
License.
the
Yeah.
Can the
Yes,
site
please.
and warehouse be the same?
Yeah, sometimes we can use the same site and warehouse. At least one single site and warehouse will have same. Suppose if it is a distribution company, I have one building. In that one building, only one room is a warehouse. Then I can use site and warehouse is equal. Both are same. Yes, there is a chances. If it is a small building, suppose I'm taking one room, in building one room I have taken, and I'm using, I'm purchasing and selling mobiles. Then in that case, so that site is equal to warehouse. Then I can create site. Suppose take the example, like one, or you can give whatever the naming convention. Warehouse also you can give some naming convention. Both are same. But technically inside the system, both are, like it is different, but you are making like only one site and one warehouse. That's it. You are creating, you are going to use only one site and one warehouse. Okay.
So
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
your business partner communication, your shipment of goods in and out, do you give the warehouse address, or is it the site? You probably give the postal address for the warehouse, right?
Warehouse is the key function. Yeah. Site is a simple one. It is not that much importance in terms of in the system. Warehouse is the main area. It will be recognized a lot. Warehouse. Okay. Right. Next, pallet ID. Sorry, license plate. So license plate is equal to pallet ID. Then why it was given 2 terms? Actually, there is advanced warehouse management functionality. So there are 3 words I'm going to introduce now. Inventory management, one module. Advanced inventory management. So earlier, using this advanced warehouse management, advanced inventory management functionality, using this functionality, material was moved using this pallet ID functionality. Using this pallet ID, they have developed functionality in the oldest versions. They are using this advanced inventory management. But it is this pallet ID or advanced inventory management functionality using pallet ID functionality is little bit complex to understand from the system. So the users are very few users only using this pallet ID. I mean to say very few clients only they are using this pallet ID functionality. Little bit complex to work. Then some other company called Blue Horseshoe. Spelling may be mistake, little bit something. Okay, so Blue Horseshoe, one company, what they did it, they have developed a functionality called this. They have developed a functionality called warehouse management. This is also called advanced warehouse management. Advanced warehouse management. So this was developed by company called Blue Horseshoe, and Microsoft purchased this product. This is a third-party ISV. I mean to say, on top of this Dynamics AX, some other company they have developed one module, specially developed for many people. So that is warehouse management. So this was developed by a company called Blue Horseshoe. Now it was purchased by Microsoft and it was merged in AX 2012 R3. In R3, this product is merged. Inventory status is it is a good repair or some damage. To understand, they have created this term. So this is a small function. Okay, now pallet ID functionality was already exist. This functionality was exist already in AX 2012 R2 and before versions. Now AX 2012 R3, in 2012 R3, Microsoft purchased this company, this module developed by Blue Horseshoe, merged in R3, and clearly mentioned, even though it is pallet ID is available, license plate is available, you cannot use both. You can use either pallet ID or you can use license plate. Either one only you can use it. This was Microsoft clearly informed, and Microsoft clearly informed this is going to be depreciated in the latest versions of Dynamics. So that is the reason it was deprecated. Earlier, it is available both pallet ID and license plate. The purpose of the functionality is same inside, but the functionality is little bit complex in the pallet ID functionality. So it was replaced with the license plate. In 2012 R3, you are able to find both, but you can enable in the configurations, you can enable only one. That means you can use only one. Suppose I'm using AX 2012 already AX 2012 6.0, then that means RTM. Later I have upgraded to 6.1, later I have upgraded to 6.2, later I have upgraded to 6.3. Then in that case, I will continue with the pallet ID. If I'm using this pallet ID functionality, I will continue. Suppose in AX 22 R3, that means this is 6 years back status. I'm telling you, this in 2014 AX 22 R3 was released. At that time, suppose this R3 was newly released and I'm implementing freshly, then I will use this function. Instead of pallet ID, I'm not upgrading, freshly I'm implementing. I'm telling you in 2014, 15, 16 situations, then I will use pallet ID rather than, sorry, I will use license plate rather than pallet ID because it is a fresh implementation. So both functions are same, pallet ID and license plate, but pallet ID was replaced by license plate in D365 completely. So this is warehouse management, advanced warehouse management or warehouse management. So these are the 3 internal modules. Okay, advanced inventory management is a part of inventory management. In Dynamics 365 or in 2012, you will not find the module called advanced inventory management. It is a subset of inventory management. In inventory management, you will find this function that is called advanced inventory management, or advanced warehouse management also. Sorry, warehouse management 1. So sometimes we will use this word warehouse management 1. This is warehouse management 2. So for naming convention, for understanding purpose, I'm using this word, but this pallet ID functionality is involved in inventory management in AX 2012 versions. In AX 2012 versions, later on in D365, this pallet ID is completely depreciated, and if you want to use, you can use this module warehouse management, that is license plate. Understood? Any doubt here? Anyone? Any confusion?
So if you're on an upgrade path from 12 to 365, how will I like to assume that Microsoft gives an upgrade path for lower to higher version. So does the path convert pallet ID to license plate, or do you have to write separate functions?
Most probably this may be like you cannot use this pallet ID. So that upgrade, I'm not sure. I'm not a technical consultant, to be frankly. So technical consultant may know in detail about this one. I don't think so. You can upgrade from pallet ID functionality to the license plate. It may be this function may be a fresh implementation, most probably, because the functionality, design, and application is completely different. It's completely different. So this is little bit more user friendly when compared with the pallet ID. When compared with the pallet ID, license plate is a little bit more easy, but still, if you want to use this license plate functionality, there are many setups. It is, to be frankly, these two functions are complex to understand. So many setups. Within these two, if you compare, license plate is far better and easy when compared with the pallet ID. That is the reason Microsoft has replaced. But still, pallet ID functionality is so many setups you need to map in the system. So many setups, too many setups you need to do. Okay.
Yeah. So at what point do you make that determination to forgo an upgrade and have a new implementation? At what version? I mean, if you go and you say, hey, the client is really at a very low version, it makes
that will
makes
be given by technical consultants rather than me here, rather than discussing here, because that is completely a technical task. So I'm not the right person to comment on that one. So we need to analyze the data, how much big it is. So many parameters will be there. Based on that, we need to take the decision. Historical transaction data, how it will be there, and how many years of data is there, how much huge data is there. One is years of data, and in a day how many transactions they are posting. There are so many parameters to be analyzed and should take the decision. So I don't want to extend this one, Kumar, sorry. Here it is a technical task. Technical people analyze this one, and they will take the decision. I cannot discuss further more.
okay. Thank you.
Fine. So here license plate or pallet ID, both are same. So this is called license plate, this is called pallet ID. Simply to place the material, we are using the two words in the system. There are two words. One is pallet ID, one is license plate. Both are same. The functionality is same, but little bit different. Okay, fine. So the functionality is same, naming convention wise it was different. Fine. So in storage dimension group, how it was the naming convention came means we are storing the material. We are storing the material inside and a particular site, particular warehouse, particular location, pallet ID we are using. So in general, we will use these two minimum. We will use these two. And if you want this location, pallet ID and license plate, this will be used a lot in warehouse management. In the advanced warehouse management, it will be used a lot, like this 5: site, warehouse, location, pallet ID, license plate. If you are going to use 5 means, that means you are going to use advanced warehouse management module. Otherwise, in retail industry, they will use these 3: site, warehouse, location. In retail industry, they will use site, warehouse, location. In distribution companies, normal distribution companies means you are purchasing and selling the material. In general, 90% scenarios we will use site and warehouse. Of course, location, if you want, you can use it. Otherwise, you can skip it. But 90% scenarios, this is must. These two must. Site and warehouse should be used. Okay. So we'll discuss once again furthermore. Today only I have introduced these words. I know for every mind it is new to you, new things is getting into your mind. So one time if you listen, you may not remember permanently, but I will explain you repeatedly, and you can go through my recorded video. Then you will understand this one. You can clearly understand this process. So this is about storage dimension group. This is about storage dimension group. Next, tracking dimension group. Tracking dimension group. What is this tracking dimension group? Tracking dimension group means batch number, serial number, and owner. So owner is introduced in D365. Earlier in 2012, you will find only batch number and serial number. What is this batch number and serial number? Suppose if I am purchasing laptop, then definitely serial number will be used. Every laptop will have one serial number. What it means? So to identify the manufacturing company for warranty guarantee, earlier in olden days, there will be a warranty card, manual card will be given. Nowadays it is not required. If you take this your laptop and if you go for any service center or something, they can understand where you have purchased. Okay, each and every item will have different serial number. Like all electronic items nowadays, it is with serial number. One is laptops, monitors, keyboards, mobiles, LEDs, so projectors. All these electronic items will have separate serial number. One serial number will not duplicate. I mean to say, if I purchase one laptop, if you purchase another laptop, your laptop will have different serial number from my laptop serial number. There is a uniqueness across electronic items, that is serial number. If your business is required differently, I mean to say unique sequence number for both different items, then we will use serial number. So my friend also purchased Lenovo laptop, Lenovo Flexi 5. I too have same Lenovo Flexi 5, but these two have different serial number. So same item will have different serial number. Then what is this batch number? What is this batch number? Suppose you are purchasing toothpaste. If you are purchasing soaps, like so many examples, then same set of quantity will have same serial number. That means suppose from Jan 1st to Jan 31st, whatever soaps manufacturing company produced, they are releasing all these items as a one batch. Then all these items will have one batch number. Next, From February 1st to February 28th, they will release another batch. That is, here it is not 1 month criteria, it is periodical. Maybe every day, whenever it is producing, they may have one batch number. That is company to company and industry to industry, it may be vary. Another example, like medicines. If you are purchasing medicines, in your medicine, that will have one batch number. The expiration date will have the expiration date or best before date. So that is batch number. Batch number will have best before date. If it is a food kind of items, it will be best before date, and some items will have expiration date. That is batch number. Owner, you will understand this one later. I'm not explaining you. It is too early to your mindset to understand about what is this owner. I will discuss this one later. Next, product dimension group. Product dimension group means here color, size, style, configuration. Color, size, style, configuration. What it means? Colors we know. If you are purchasing and if you are selling like shirts, pants, trousers, or anything, okay, all clothes or shoes. Suppose I'm purchasing shoes and I'm selling anything. It will have some color. It will have size. And style means like full hands, off hands, round neck, normal neck, or sleeveless, sleeves or sleeveless, like different style. So I don't think so I need to explain about these things. Color, size, style, you are aware of this one very well. Next, configuration. Configuration, it's a big subject. So if you want to understand configuration, it is more about production module. What is this production? What do you mean by configuration? Suppose if you want to purchase home theater system, if you are planning to purchase home theater system, it will not be available readily in the market. Then you need to approach some shop or an electronic company. Then that electronics company is some specialized person will visit your home, and he will verify what is the width, what is the depth, what is the height, and there are so many parameters he will verify, and then he will configure home theater system as per your requirement. Another example, lift manufacturing company, they will not manufacture lifts readily available. So you need to, if you are, suppose you are constructing a apartment, then in your apartment where it is space is available, based on that he will construct or he will configure the item, that is lift, as per your requirement. So at least it may take 3 to 6 months time to configure that lift as per your requirement. Another example, escalators. In malls and like in shopping malls, you understood like escalators. That escalators also will not be available readily. So based on your requirement, they will configure the items. That is called configuration. There are so many things inside. For this configuration, there are two technologies. One is constraint based configuration technology. And then a rule based configuration technology. So this rule based configuration technology was depreciated. This module, this is actually in 2012, this is called product builder, is a module. This was available in AX 2012 and previous versions. And this was deprecated in D365. This was deprecated in D365. So now it is available, constraint based technology. So what is this constraint based conversion technology? High level I will introduce, but it is related to production module. If you want to understand, then you need to learn production module in detail. Rule based conversion technology was depreciated. Okay, this is more about some production related details. If you want further, we'll discuss later. For time being, leave it because it is not for you. For T&L, it is not relevant. Now, is it clear? One is storage dimension group, another one is tracking dimension group, another one is product dimension group. So let me open this one. Once again, let me go back to my, give me 1 second. Let me open item master. Okay, so if you want to understand item master, we need to understand storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, item group, item model group, purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit. These 8 mandatory fields. Now I'm adding some more fields. So inside box are mandatory 8 fields. Now another one is purchase price, and then cost price, sales price, and then category. You need to understand these things also. Okay, these are not mandatory. Purchase price, sales price, cost price, category is not mandatory, but these are optional, but you need to understand. Actually, if you want to understand item master, there are many fields, more than 100 fields, but these fields are mandatory. You need to understand. Now, what is this purchase price, cost price, sales price? So here, purchase price is equal to, at the time of purchase, the price mentioned by vendor company, that is purchase price. Sales price means while selling, you may have different price than purchase price, that is sales price. Purchase price is at the time of purchase, whatever the price, purchase order and purchase order invoice, whatever you are using the price, that is purchase price. Sales order invoice means sales order and invoicing, whatever the price it is there, it is a sales price. Now cost price. Any guess what is this cost price? With you, anyone has experience? What is this cost price?
If you're in a manufacturing company, the cost to produce that, both the variable and the fixed cost that go into that product.
Suppose I'm not doing manufacturing, just I'm purchasing and selling. So I'm purchasing washing machines and I'm selling washing machines. Then in that
It's a
case, what
unit
is
price.
yeah? Yes, please.
It's a unit price.
Okay, unit price means what exactly? Yes, unit price is correct, but it is, what is that means?
So when I am
Cost
purchasing an
Hmm. Yeah, proceed. While purchasing,
inventory from vendor,
hmm,
so each might have some unique cost setup for that items, right?
that is purchase price, am I right? So at the time of purchasing, whatever the price it is there, that is purchase price.
cost price is something which is include the purchase price and other costs as like labor and utility prices which cost me for the item.
Yes. So purchase price plus cost here plus charges means here charges. Charges means
Any
maybe a
transportation charges.
exactly, maybe a transportation charges, maybe insurance charges, maybe handling charges, maybe so many charges, and minus discounts. If any discount given by vendor company, then it is, and here plus here maybe taxes also included. This may be or may not be. What do you mean by here maybe may not be? In India, taxes should not be included. In India, taxes will not be included for the cost price. It is different. Whereas USA, United States of America, then taxes will be included because at the time of purchase, whatever you have tax collected, you have paid, that cannot be claimed in during sales. In India, at the time of sales, whatever you have collected from the customers and whatever the taxes you have paid at the time of purchase, the difference only you need to pay to the government authority. Only the difference. Whereas in USA, it is you need to pay taxes at the time of purchase that cannot be claimed during the sales. The tax calculations are different from each country to each country. So if it is in India, we will not include these taxes because the tax amounts, whatever you have collected during the sales from the customer, you are collecting money, sales tax, and during the purchases, you are paying the tax. The differences will be going to be paid to the government authority. That is sales tax. I mean to say earlier the tax called VAT. Nowadays it is GST. So both are same. So the main intention is here cost price is equal to purchase price plus charges minus discount is cost price. Okay, so we need to understand in T&L little bit about costing functionality, this costing that you will understand in the very first about item model group. In this you are going to learn about that costing methods, but in depth if you want, there is a production module. In production module it is costing sheet. In that it is direct cost and indirect cost. Indirect cost means like labor charges, electricity charges, machinery consumption charges. There will be so many things we can use it. That is costing sheet. We'll discuss in detail later but you will understand about that costing methods later. This is cost price. At least you should understand the word cost price. Cost price is equal to purchase price plus charges minus discount. Fine. Next, so we understood about these things: purchase price, cost price, sales price. So I don't think so you learned everything. At least you are able to understand what I'm saying, and first time I'm introducing this word, slowly you will understand day by day. Okay. Next, category. Category means it will be used in the hierarchy function, category hierarchy function, but I will detailedly explain you later on sessions. You will understand about this category hierarchy, what it means and what exactly in future you are going to learn the function, what is the benefit. Okay, so this is about item and dimension groups. So if you are going to attend interview, inventory dimensions, what are the inventory dimensions means you need to explain like storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, Storage dimension group means in D365, it is site, warehouse, location, license plate, and then inventory status. You should be very much clear. 5. Whereas AX2012 R3, it is 6. Whereas AX2012 R2, it is only 4. You should be very much clearly explained. So inventory dimensions, storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group. Storage dimension group will have in AX2012 R2 we have 4 dimensions. In AX2012 R3 we have 6 dimensions. In D365 we have 5 dimensions. These are the 3 different versions. Next, tracking dimension group means batch number, serial number, owner. Product dimension group means color, size, style, configuration. So this inventory dimensions you need to remember forever, whether logically or by heart, whatever it may be. You need to remember. Without this question, your interview will not be cleared. So if you are looking for change, or if you are already working, that is fine. If you are looking for change, this question should be, you need to clear this question. So you need to by heart, or you need to logically remember whatever the way you want. You need to remember these things. Okay. Any doubts? Any more clarifications? Anyone?
So if you go to the tracking dimension group,
Yeah.
Which batch serial number, can
Sorry?
you use, so between the two, batch number and serial number, are they mutually exclusive, or you can use both of them?
Both also you can use it if you want. Really, if you want, you can use. It's not like exclusive. You can use it. It's not like exclusive. It may, some companies they may use both batch number and serial number in some situations maybe. If you want, you can use it. So particularly take the example, suppose some costly medicines. I want batch number as well as serial number. I may use it. That is depending upon the situations, you may use it. Okay.
Yeah. So one more question on the same topic.
Yeah.
So if you have a very complicated item where the bill of material runs into 2, 3, or several levels, do you tie the serial number to the subcomponent, or do you tie the serial number to the final assembly, to the selling item?
That is depending upon the situations. So usually we will not have like kind of sub BOMs will not have serial number. Take the example laptop. Laptop will have motherboard, and it may not. Motherboard, if you want to recognize clearly, your laptop will have one motherboard and RAMs and those things. Usually it may not have. If it is, maybe it may have. Suppose in that RAMs also, if you want to separate serial number, you can track that one serial numbers. But motherboards, suppose take the example of motherboard, that is the reason like if you are going for a repair kind of thing, they will give instructions. Some other person should not open this one. It should be opened in the service center, authorized service centers only. Am I right? So here there are two things. One is motherboard. Motherboard is inbuilt. You are not going to separate it when as and when you want. That is the reason that may not be given serial number. Whereas RAMs like 8 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, or 4 GB, 8 GB RAMs, that maybe you can pick and you can pull that another one. No one can recognize. For that, I may give serial number separately. That is depending upon the business.
Satya, this batch number and lot number.
Serial number.
Okay, batch number. Okay, batch number, serial number. So if I am saying that in general practice we come across the lot number, right? So lot number will be mapped to the serial number or batch number?
So see, in general, some companies they may use the word lot number is equal to batch number, most probably. But in Dynamics AX, we have another lot number inside. is available. This is another function. Inside the backend, technically it will be tagged using this lot number, but in general, if business people are using this lot number means, that means they are talking about batch number.
Okay.
Business people are speaking. Technical people, if they are speaking, then lot number is linked between a purchase order and sales order. If you want to linkage for reservation, you can use this lot number inside. Not the reservation, there is a marking function, purchase order versus sales order connectivity. If you want to track, this can be used lot number. This is internal point. Usually business people, they will not speak this one. This is for technical code and it is available in the system. But business people, if they are using the word lot number means they are referring to this batch number. And
another thing, this serial number will be the 1:1 relation or 1:many relation?
So that is once again that is setups. As per your requirement, you can configure. As per your requirement, you can configure. If you want uniqueness and without serial number, I don't want to post anything. Yes, you can define. Otherwise, sometimes I want blank serial number. Yes, there is a setups. And if I want to duplicate serial number allowed, yes, we can map. Usually in normal scenarios, ideal conditions, we will not use duplicate serial number, and without serial number we will not allow. We will not allow for particularly electronic business. But in the system, we have configurations based on your requirement and configure in the system. Okay.
So means later on we are going to cover this area also, right?
Yes, I will show you the setups where it is available. Definitely.
Fine.
You can see. Yeah. Anything else? Anyone?
Satya, I have two questions. I'll ask you quickly since we are short of time. Okay, this site, can we just give me some example in a practical scenario? Why? I mean, which information we map site in a practical scenario? First one. Second one, in a practical scenario, there are some words bin. So do we use bin also in storage dimension?
So bin is a different scenario. In the inside location, if your company is in retail industry, they will use the bin concept. So bin, rack and aisles, these are different functions. This is related to retail. In detail, we'll discuss this one in tomorrow session.
These are available, but
yeah, it is available. It is available. And site is indirectly, there is a different function. We can use it. You can map with the business unit. Business unit.
Okay.
Yeah, we can map it. If you want really, we can use it. We can use it. There is a different function meaning of these two. We'll discuss about these things tomorrow in detail if you want.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Fine. Anything else? So if nothing, then we'll jump into finance training session 78. Okay, please join finance. Today also you are allowed to join. Most probably from tomorrow onwards it will be separated until and unless if you pay fee, it will be you will be allowed for each batches separately. Okay, fine. We'll jump into finance session. See you. Bye.